Gladiators, there's more than enough action to satisfy even the laziest of couch potatoes tonight.
And I'm the laziest of couch potatoes, so I know I'm talking from experience. Don't go away, we're about to meet our contenders and start off with game number 1.
Introducing our first contender, it's Talita!
Talita's 28 years old. She loves saki dancing and target shooting as well, so don't mess with this girl. She is an African championship powerlifter, so lots of power, lots of enthusiasm, and lots of straight shooting tonight.
We're expecting great things from this Bura Macy, who gets down to Bura Music. Will we be able to ring in a new tune for her? Now let's hear it for our second female contender. It's Marley! We call Marley the hot stepper. She loves painting netball and says pain is just temporary. Glory is forever. Big words for a student from Benoni. She says, James, if I can't win it, no one can.
Well, being a hot stepper and liking a little pain, be prepared for the pain to be meted out on MTN Gladiators.
Our first male contender tonight is Goran!
Goran is one of the oldest competitors we've had on MTN Gladiators. At 38 years old, he is a Kung Fu master. You killed my father, now prepare to die. He is a persistent perfectionist, so expect to see focus and determination as he struggles to get himself up to win MTN Gladiators tonight.
Our last contender tonight is Bailey! Bailey Rex is just 21 years old. He's had his Gauteng colours for wrestling. He loves eating and watching telly. Says he's going to absolutely rock this show tonight.
Don't be fooled by the fact that he's pint-sized. He is tough. He is a provincial wrestler, so don't get caught in a knot with him, Ursula.
Absolutely not. Though he's friendly, he can sometimes be funny, but very persistent too.
And of course, our prize winners at the end of the series look forward to winning these Mazda Drifter double cabs. A fantastic prize in anybody's book.
Fantastic indeed. To your first game, and already you're laying down your own law and throwing down a challenge.
Yes, wel, wat kan ek sê? Jazz gaan vandag na my dienkie dans.
She wants our Jazz to dance to her tune. I don't think so.
Ek dink ons gaan maar net moet wag en kyk.
Girlfriend, watch your back. Here comes Marley up against Jazz in Powerball. Ready to run on Powerball and playing in the red. It's Talita! Standing by with the blue balls. It's Marley! They're going up against Thunder and Jazz. Marley's now laid down the challenge, James. She wants Jazz to dance to her tune. We'll have to see who the person is that's going to be writing the music score for this one.
Contenders, ready! Gladiators, ready! On the whistle, 3, 2, 1.
Well, the crowd really getting behind their contenders tonight as we see it. He's getting 2 points immediately, and Marley gets brought down to the mat by a fired-up Jazz.
Jazz heard that challenge backstage, and she actually said to us, James, there's no way this girl's going to get away with any points from me.
I couldn't agree with you more, Ursula. Jazz only dances to one tune, and that is her own, and that is Jazz, Jazz, Jazz.
In the meantime, Talita's managed to deposit a ball. I can't believe that slightly built girl is a championship powerlifter.
Well, they certainly have brought out the big Gladiators to take her down. Thunder doing her job. Meanwhile, Marley gets 2 points. Oh man, could this be the beginning of a rout? I don't think so. Jazz is still very amped up and chasing her all around. Marley having to throw to try and get a basket.
Talita's doing good, goes for the center basket, scoring bigger points than those around the field. Jazz goes in for a high tackle, almost scratches Marley, but Marley deposits. Talita does the same almost immediately.
That's time out. I'm not sure if Talita will get those 2 points. We'll have to see what the boss has to say as we go into the replay now. We'll see Marley getting brought down by a stonking tackle from Jazz. Jazz means business. She is not going to take a contender challenge lying down. Another great tackle, a little high. You've got to be careful of this kind of thing. Jazz is notorious for getting aggro.
You see some of these techies flying all over the playing field. She's Jazzy. I swear you could roll up for Amaboko. You could be a fly half and take Butch James's place with those high tackles.
That's why I'm called Jazz. The only music that plays in this arena is jazz music.
You go, girl, though I have a feeling, hey, boss, after those high tackles, the only tune that Marley would be dancing to would be a rhythm and blues tune.
Tell you, Ursula, I don't know why these gladiators just don't get it right. This is the boss's arena. I'll make the rules, and I'm going to talk to you, Jazz, about that now. Talita got 7 points. Marley got 4 points. But the behavior of Jazz, I'm going to give her a yellow card. I am not taking that type of attitude. Jazz, you listen to my commands. If I say release, release, and no high tackling, you are a gladiator and you behave that way. Marley, you're going to get 2 bonus points. Well done.
The boss has spoken, which gives our points standing 7 plays 6. It's a close game in anybody's books.
And first up with the red balls, it's Goran. And playing with the blue balls, it's Bailey.
To rock the Gladiators.
And they're up against Gemini.
Dynamite comes in a very small package in this instance. Bailey, who says he's ready to rock this place. Up against the Gemini twins, so it's going to be a tough call.
Make no mistake. Well, he's all heart, and he's going to need a lot of it as the boss gets ready to count down the action. Goran Ivanisevic, no relation, I'm sure. And Bailey trying to get them known for... Well, every time I hear Goran, I want to go Goran Ivanisevic, but he's Goran Despots.
Despotovic.
One.
Right, fun and games over now. Into the action. The whistle's gone, and already the Naughty Nice boys are bringing down the contenders, keeping them from scoring anything. Bailey's got his hands full, so has Goran, who now could very well have put his back out.
Goran is confused there because he was in the safety zone whilst Gemini tackled him, and that's why he raised his arms to say, what is going on, boss? Do something about this. But I must say, the twins are tackling very, very well today in Powerball. These guys are going to struggle to get any points at all. Goran down again, and Bailey in the background getting himself a point. There you go, Gemini tackling him in the safety zone. There's going to have to be something said by the boss, and if he doesn't say something, then I'm going to have a word with the boss.
Come now, James, you couldn't possibly get involved in this bit of drama.
There we go, Bailey managing to twist and turn and getting himself 2 points in the basket. And Goran trying desperately to get past Gemini, who's tackling him in the safety zone again. I'm really not sure about this. Maybe he thinks that he's out.
Oh, look at that. Looked like a big fat fight was about to bust out.
Well, into the replay now. We see that Bailey actually only scores 2 points in this one. I said that he scored earlier, but not. But take a look at this really bad tackle onto the concrete from Gemini. That is worthy of a penalty. I certainly hope that Goran gets some points.
In this game of Powerball, the boss's rules count, and it looks like, Goran, you might be in for some luck from the boss, because it looks like there were some dangerous tackles on you.
I think there is no luck. In life, there are rules, and you got to respect rules. In my game, as long as you do sport, you play a fair game. Otherwise, you lose.
Well, a little bit of aggro there from our man Goran. He certainly wasn't happy about being tackled. Boss, what was your ruling on Sledge's behavior?
I can't believe that these gladiators actually want to try me out. Because, I mean, the rules are the rules, and the games are played in all fairness. Sledge, you know the rules better than anyone. You are a gladiator. You do not tackle in the safety zone. Twice you tackled Goran in the safety zone. A yellow card to you, and 4 points to Goran.
Ready to scale the MTN mountain, it's Talita! And she'll be chased by Venus!
It's the powerful weightlifting Talita against incredibly, very successfully tall Venus.
Successfully, I like that. And not bad to look at, too. She has proved herself on MTN Mountain. Will she be able to bring down Talita?
Also climbing up the MTN mountain, it's Molly! And she'll be chased down by Lynx.
Lynx is certainly no sphinx. She doesn't take this event lying down. She'll be going all out to bring down Molly.
Molly, of course, who was an under-21 netball player, very used to sinking balls through the little round thing on the netball field, but can she score points on the mountain?
Called a hoop. It's called a hoop.
No, that's in basketball.
Oh, right.
Contenders ready. Gladiators ready.
What a fine pair of gladiators we have tonight. Talita and Molly up the mountain.
It's a nice, slow, easy start for both of these girls, but now you can see who's got the strength in the arms, and it definitely has to be Talita. Silver medal winner at the African Championships in April of 2001 in weightlifting. She got her national colours for 3 years in a row now. She certainly is going strong, already past the halfway mark, and that means Venus's work is cut out for her all the way to the top.
Talita certainly is a powerful contender. She has used her arms to the fullest capability, and that is a massive 10 points, and the big boom button goes off. Now Molly has a chance to get 5 points if she can get up there. Sphinxy Lynxy is slowing down. I don't know what happened there, but that's 5 points for Molly, and that racks up the points. 17 for Talita, 11 for Molly. It's cooking up a storm on MTN Gladiators.
Well, I tell you what, staying up on this mountain is certainly by no means easy. This man, despite the fact having taken some stick from the Gemini twins and knowing that they speak backstage amongst themselves, is still prepared to lay down a challenge to Wildebeest, one of the fastest climbers on the mountain. Goran, are you feeling okay, or are you just getting a little hot-headed?
Yes, I'm feeling just brilliant, and as I said, I want to give a good hard time for Wildebeest this time.
Ready, willing, and able to climb MTN Mountain, it's Goran! He'll be chased by Wildebeest, the Kung Fu master against the master of the wild. This one's going to be interesting. Goran has got so much drive that I reckon maybe he is the one contender to give Wildebeest a run for his money.
I've got to say, I really like Goran, but Kung Fu is not going to help you on the mountain, but Wildebeest.
It's Bailey! He'll be running from Spider! The wrestler and the whip man. This one's going to be interesting, and I'm going to say what you did about Goran and Wildebeest. Spider is an absolute master up the mountain. I don't think that Bailey stands a chance.
Well, I have to agree with you on that one, because Bailey's quite short, so he's going to have to struggle quite a bit harder to make sure he gets his arms up to those grips.
Now we cross to the boss.
On the whistle. 3, 2, 1.
Well, the challenge has been laid down by Goran. Will he be able to get up the mountain very quickly? He certainly is going at it hammer and tongs. He knows that Wildebeest is a fast climber up the mountain, so he knows, too, that he has to get the advantage and doing very well at the halfway stage. But here comes Wildebeest springing onto the mountain like a Daker, a springbuck, not a Wildebeest.
And it bombs away as Wildebeest brings down Goran, the political science degreed man, and Spider now moves in for the killing. It's all fun and games on MTN Mountain, and we must tell you that no arachnids were hurt during the recording of this game on MTN Gladiators.
But I certainly think some pride has been hurt there for poor old Bailey.
Into the replay, we can see how the Gladiators just jump onto the mountain. These two, of course, are specialists at this game. They move absolutely fast, wasting no time, sparing no contenders, and giving no points away.
It's a great grab by Wildebeest, but look at Goran's strength. He hangs on with all he's got. It's not enough, and Wildebeest brings him down. No points for Goran. Bailey's struggling away there. Poor man.
Ready to take ownership of the wishbone on Whiplash, it's Talita!
Talita is an impressive contender, proving herself to want to win tonight. She has been the best women's weightlifter in South Africa for 3 years, and she's going to need that strength on Whiplash.
Strength is exactly what Talita is going to need when she goes up against Diamond, who herself is a powerful woman. One of the most incredible physiques that we've seen, got strength in her entire body, where some people specialize in upper body, Diamond specializes in all body.
She's got strength where most of us don't even know we have muscles. That's Diamond, an impressive gladiator, hard as nails and ready to do damage on Whiplash.
It's time to toss it over to the boss.
Take up the wishbone. On the whistle. 3, 2, 1.
Talita already a big yak, and you can see her strength. She has done an immense amount of good at powerlifting in this country, and Diamond is struggling to keep her under control, almost getting pulled right off the podium. Talita struggling to get onto the lift there, Ursula.
Struggling just a bit, but success comes at last. Talita is on the mat with successful possession of the wishbone, and that, of course, means that Diamond has given away 10 points.
In the replay, we'll see that Talita initially struggles to find the lift. Diamond doing an incredible job, but here, this was the crucial moment. She swings around past Diamond, gets onto the lift, and gets the wishbone.
Now up on the Whiplash, it's Magical Molly!
The magic of Marley. What can we say about this girl? She's got an incredible smile, great personality, but can she deliver the goods on this next game?
And she's up against Fox!
Well, we know that Fox loves this event, and nobody, but I mean nobody, has been able to beat Fox on Whiplash.
Marley's going to need all the hot stepping she can get. She says she's got great footwork, being a netball player. She plays the centre position.
Hang on a sec, guys. Hang on a sec. This guy is in his element. My goodness. Oh, Fox, I don't know how she does it. She wins the hearts of all her male fans just with that little action.
Molly, ready. Fox, ready.
All it takes is a little action. Fox is a phenomenal gladiator. We've said it 100,000 gazillion times before. There's nothing more we can say to sing the praises of that woman.
Take up the wishbone. On the whistle. 3, 2, 1.
Watch the immediate defensive position that Fox takes over. She's down onto the ground. She's got her palms firmly planted. She moves with ease. She's holding Marley on the platform so she doesn't get onto that all-important lift.
Well, watching a performance like this from Fox, it actually makes it easy to forgive the fact that she's English. She has become a fully fledged South African, and of course, she is showing the way on this event. Time runs down for Marley. Marley trying to get onto the lift, but Fox knows exactly what to do.
No luck for Marley on this game. She's going to have to walk away with no points as the clock counts down. The boss blows the whistle, and it is indeed game over. Well done, Fox.
No surprises there. Marley is going to have to do a whole lot better if she wants to take on our gladiators. Fox has a brand new fan at points now. Talita streaks away to 27 points over 11 of Marley.
On to the guys now and ready for his Whiplash. It's Goran! Go, Goran, go.
Looking at his stats, 180 centimeters, that's about 6'2", if I'm not mistaken, only 78 kilograms, but don't write this man off because he is a Kung Fu master.
Is going up against Warrior! Yeah, now, if I were going up a Whiplash, Warrior would not be the man that I'd be wanting to face.
Absolutely not. Warrior is one powerful gladiator, and 75 kilograms against this slab of muscle, I don't know.
Time to take it back to the boss.
Goran, ready. Warrior, ready.
Their Warrior's stats, nothing, of course, that's new to you. By now we know these guys and their physiques rather intimately. Well, some of us would like to know them a bit more intimately.
I don't want to know how much more intimately. You really do know them, Ursula. Thank you very much.
3, 2, 1.
The whistle goes. Warrior should be down into his defensive. Goran now is going to take full advantage of that, James. And he's, oh my word!
That is incredible, Ursula. I'm sure that the Kung Fu had something to do with that because Warrior does not get beaten on Whiplash very easily. He used his ability to get around Warrior as we look at the replay now. Warrior completely off his center of balance. Goran on the lip, and bye-bye Warrior. 15 maximum points.
Contender up on Whiplash, it's Bailey!
Hey, Beetle Bailey, how you doing today? The stats for this man speak for themselves, but I think what you've got to bear in mind more than anything is that Bailey's heart is a lot bigger than his size.
He's up against Giant!
Oh no, there's got to be some mistake here. 7 foot plays 5 foot. This is Goliath meets the midget.
Stop now. I'll come to Bailey's defense. He's very quick. He's a great wrestler, came third in SA Champs, and I'm gonna go out on a short limb and say he'll do well in this game.
I'm taking nothing away from Bailey. My money is on Bailey here as well, but it's almost impossible to take down a man like Goliath. Giant, I'm getting confused here. Giant 7 foot and counting. Will he grow anymore? He is a massive gladiator.
How can you put that guy up against somebody who weighs 74 kilograms? Sometimes I don't know if this is a game show or a comedy show.
Take up the wishbone. On the whistle. 3, 2, 1.
Well, Ursula, there's something for everyone. There is something for everyone. Comedy, entertainment. And this, I don't know. I really don't know. Bailey giving it everything he's got. Go, Bailey, go. He's got an impossible task to do here, Ursula. What do you think?
Enough of the unfair advantage thing. I just think Bailey has been playing this game fantastically well. His strategy is all right. He's very quick. He got onto the lip as soon as he possibly could. Giant is having a good laugh at it.
Big smiles from Giant. He knows that this is a one-way contest. Bailey is on the lip. He's trying everything, but there's not enough time to bring Giant down.
Well done, Bailey. You showed everybody that your heart and your muscle are as great as Giant's.
Well, you can see the big smile there on Giant's face, but as you said, Ursula, Bailey's technique was absolutely perfect.
We could have done this standing in height order, but that would just not have been nice. Now, Bailey, you're a wrestler, so you are so used to action on the mat, but up there, you had the tenacity of a pit bull, but Giant was just too much.
I almost rocked him.
You almost did, Greg.
Almost.
Almost did.
So close.
Almost, but not quite enough. Now, Bailey, look into that camera and tell everybody what you were feeling when you first saw Giant step up on that platform.
I saw a guy coming in with little Teddy. I think he must get a real woman for himself.
Now, you don't know about his woman. She is for real. We're not going to go there, right? We're not going to go there.
No, we're not going to go there. In fact, excuse the pun, but it looks like you got the short end of the stick there, my man. When they put me against you, I know this is meant to be David against Goliath, but this is getting ridiculous. I'm sorry, my man, but it was a good fight, eh?
It was decent enough. Let's hear it for Pitbull Bailey! And Giant!
Well, no points there for poor old Bailey, but a maximum 15 takes Goran up to 19 plays 2. Can't contain the hilarity here. Now, last week, we wanted to know who this little gladiator in the making was, and of course it is the gorgeous timekeeper Ice.
But here's a man that won't melt in your mouth. In fact, he is so wild, nobody can tame him. Who do you think this little baby would grow up to be?
Somebody with horns, perhaps? Well, come on, give us a call on 083-910-9000. If you can tell us which gladiator this is, you can win yourself 1,000 rand a week and 25,000 big ones at the end of the series.
083-910-9000 is the number to dial, so get your fingers working right now.
Our first contender up on Rat Race, it's Marlita! Oh, the trees up against Lynx and Fire!
Well, there's no accounting for intelligence here. Of course, it is Talita and not Marlita. I was getting a little bit confused with myself as the blood ran down to my toes, looking up at the rat race.
On the whistle. 3, 2, 1.
Into the game we go, and now this really is a game of wits. Can the contender get to the top, get the gladiators not to see, and then run all the way down to the bottom, maximise time and maximise points?
Well, there's the answer to your question, Ursula. Talita is staying exactly where she is, hoping to confuse the gladiators, who will be assuming that she's going to be moving. Now she gets on the move as Fire has spotted her, and we know how quick Fire can be on the rat race.
Oh, she spreads like wildfire, she does.
Talita opting to go down to the bottom, not necessarily a good move with the time counting down. Fire, and there comes Lynx in the background. Fire and Lynx will no doubt get to that tail very, very quickly. And here they come, in for the kill. Bye-bye, Talita. No points for you.
We're ready for her rat race. Let's hear it for Molly. She's going up against Fox and Can Magical Molly get any points on this game, James?
I'm not so sure, Ursula. I was beginning to wonder whether we'd see Shadow ever again. I'm beginning to miss her. And we know how good Shadow and Fox work together on the rat race.
3, 2, 1.
Marley already hanging low. I suspect she's going to stick around there. Either she's caught or she's deciding to hang about and wait and see what the gladiators do.
She may have a game plan up her sleeve. Now, this is a young lady who loves the challenge. She believes it brings out the best in everyone. Most of all, it brings out the best in her.
Well, I think she's struggling somewhat on Rat Race. I'm not sure we're seeing the best from Marley here. She doesn't look like she's got the measure of Rat Race, and Fox is in for the kill. Bye-bye that tail too. No points for Marley.
You've got a bob, Molly.
Touche, pussycat.
Well, now, girlfriend is having a seriously good day today. You just can't do anything wrong today, Fox. Well done.
Thank you. I'm on top of the world. Good performance in Shadow. We have team effort as well, so we have our strategic plans when it comes to rat race. You have to work as a team, but they're just not fast enough.
Strategy is a very good word for today, Shadow.
Yes, and it seems to be all on Fox's side today. Well done to my partner, Fox. Yes, we did have a strategy. It worked. Well done to you. Ursula, I'd just like to say something. Gosses Haven, are you having fun? Woo! Well, I'm very happy that you came, and thank you for the beautiful banner. Have fun. Enjoy yourselves. Thank you.
Shadow proving that she is a gladiator with a massive heart, and Coursies Haven, of course, for mothers and babies affected by and living with HIV and AIDS. Shadow is very involved in making sure that money is raised for in Coursies Haven. Good on ya, Shadow.
Our first male contender up on Rat Race, it's Goran!
Go, Goran, go!
Oh, but he's up against Wildebeest and Scorpion!
G-Force, turn the road.
Well, Goran says that his gladiator name would be Dragon if he were a gladiator because it holds the meaning of an elusive nature or being with great internal strength and potential. He's going to need all the elusiveness and strength and potential that he can get on Rat Race.
Elusiveness?
Well, it's a good word. I like it. Okay, I'm going to use it. And Wildebeest has spotted him immediately. Goran is not elusive enough for Wildebeest. And coming in from the other side, Scorpion getting himself a little tangled up. Goran goes down. Now, what's going to happen?
What's going to happen is that points are going to elude this contender because these gladiators are closing in on him so fast that his head would spin if he were on the ground. Wildebeest reaches in and takes that race tail.
Well, there was a little bit of confusion happening there. Wildebeest was going to let Scorpion go for the tail, and then he saw Goran getting away, and he took matters into his own hands.
Ready for his rat race, it's brutally brave Bailey! Yay, Bailey! Here's up against Grant and Spider, together known as the Rock Spider! I like that. That was a moment of absolute genius.
Even if you have to say so yourself.
The Rock Spider, moving fast already. Can Bailey get away from these two fantastic gladiators and rack himself up very important points?
He is massively behind Goran, 17 points behind, in fact, and Spider is already on him. Bye-bye, Bailey. It's history. And Granite and Spider fighting for the tail. It's the Rock Spider who wins here.
Oh man, I thought that they would take some pity on him.
When I introduced you, Bailey, I said that you were brutally brave. And you didn't prove me wrong. I'm taking my hat off to you. Well done.
Thank you, but these strokes were just lucky.
They were just lucky, and I believe you, Bailey, because my money's on you.
Good. I'm going to win the show, and I'm going to rock the Gladiators.
He said he's going to rock you, rock Spider.
Well, you see, I've got a bit of a problem here, which I have to sort out with these two guys. I'm a bit worried that Granite's going through a bit of an identity crisis. I don't know if you saw the little dance that he... Are you still Granite?
Listen. Way before time, there was a single-celled organism that used to be the biggest and heaviest gladiator. At only 133 kilograms, at 7 foot, his name was Giant. But through the process of evolution, the ultimate and heaviest, coming in at 213 kilograms, over 9 feet tall, the incredible Rock Spider. And we're just a little hungry today, so that's why we ate up old beetle-faced Bailey over here. But I'm going to ask my stomach for the last comment. Stomach? Oh.
Let's hear it for Bailey and Rock
Bring out the straight jacket, somebody. Taking a look at the points, they're absolutely 0 points for Goran and for Bailey, which means 19 points plays two. That's a 17-point difference, and that is massive going into the eliminator.
Put your hands up in the air. Put your hands up in the air.
Welcome back from the break as we prepare for the dreaded Eliminator.
And as we look at the women's scores, 16 points the difference between Talita and Mali, which means an 8-second head start. That's going to be a big one to rake in.
Talita, you will go on the first whistle. Marley, you'll go on the second whistle. 3, 2, 1.
8 seconds now for Mali to wait while Talita races into the lead. Which of these two ladies, headstrong and eager to be victorious, is going to win and get into the next round?
Well, I kind of think that Marley's really got to go hell for leather here and just forget about the fact that there's 8 seconds and just really try and get the fastest time that she possibly can. She's not going to do it if she hangs about on the rope because Talita is already on the sky ladder but not doing too well here. You see in the background Marley already on there and maybe she'll be able to catch up.
The thing about the skylight is that you've got to get momentum going. When you keep the swing, you're going to rake the points in.
Talita makes it into the spider's web whilst in the background where Mali has only just managed to get off the sky ladder. It's a big lead and it doesn't look like it's going to get eaten up quickly.
We're playing the weightlifter against the netball player. Can the center get out of the spider's web and catch up to Talita, who's by now at the top of the cargo net, heading for the bridge? And James, that means almost certain victory for Talita.
I wouldn't count your chickens before they hatch. Remember, our contenders have been through 4 tough events getting into the eliminator. They are going to be feeling the strain of those 4 events, and it's not easy. The up and over bars, up through the sky ladder, up the cargo net, and the spider's web. And then still the balance beams and the travelator.
That's why they're on MTN Gladiators, to see which of the two of them can be the strongest and survive to the end. Talita down off the balance beams, takes 1 or 2 seconds. She still looks focused and strong. Will she make it? She does!
Talk about close. That has allowed Marley to catch up to her. They're both going up the travelator together. This is neck and neck stuff. And it is Marley and Talita. Oh, man. Incredible finish. Talita with a huge 8-second lead gets beaten to the post at the travelator. Let's take a look at that again. Having fallen, Talita is putting her feet on the black. Really not the way that it should go. What an incredible final here on MTN Gladiators.
That is the sound of a contender who has just completed the eliminator. Breathless. Man, Talita, you did absolutely brilliantly. Did you think you were going to do it, or were you expecting to come second? I mean, what happened there?
Ek het afgekyk, ek moes opgekyk het terwyl ek gehardloop het. en sou ek opgegaan.
Oh, the classic mistake on the travelator. But don't worry, although you came second, you go away with over 2,500 rands worth of gym equipment from MTN Gladiators. You were fabulous. This is MTN Gladiators!
And this is Marley. She has won tonight in fine style. Geluk, girlfriend!
Baie dankie. Ek het nie gedink dat ek kan doen nie, maar soos ek gesê het, kom kyk wat ek kan doen en ek het dit deurgetrek.
You know, that is always a good plan. Let's wait and see what happens. The crowd was fully behind you. What do you have to say to your co-contender?
Baie dankie aan almal van julle. Julle was wonderlik geweest en dankie dat julle gekom het.
Folks, look which female contenders going through to the next round of MTN Gladiators. It's Marley! Wait and see what happens. That's what we're going to have to do with the guys as well. 17-point difference between the two of them. Goran gets an 8.5-point head start.
This is the eliminator. This is the final moment of glory or defeat. It's time for these two guys to lay down a challenge to one another and to see who might be the best. We'll start with you, Bailey. What have you got to say to Goran?
I'm going to kick your butt.
Hey, man. You better believe it, Goran. You're a kung fu man. Are you going to take that lying down?
Battle, whether you pull your socks up or not, I'll take you out.
Man, there's a lot of aggression down here, which means that this eliminator is going to be a big one. Stand by for more action right here on MTN Gladiators!
Goran, you'll go on the first whistle. Kick-ass Bailey, you'll go on the second whistle. 3, 2, 1.
Goran is the perfectionist with persistent personality.
Well, before we get into Goran and Bailey, it's great to see that the boss even getting behind Bailey. He is a great contender right to the very end. He reckons he's going to kick butt, and here he goes over the up and over bar. Certainly not struggling there, but Goran has made it up to the sky ladder.
Bailey reckons that here's the best of what he does, no matter what it is. He's very rough and tough, and he certainly proved it. He's made it up onto the first podium across the sky ladder. Now he's got a great rhythm going, even though Goran is going balls to the walls and headed up the spider's web. That was almost nasty, wasn't it?
Well, Goran seems to have got himself a little bit stuck in the spider's web as Bailey makes his way through there. And Bailey is small, so he might well have the advantage in the spider's web and might be able to make mincemeat of that 8-second lead. But it looks like he's also struggling where everybody falls flat in the spider's web as Goran goes up the cargo net and on to, do we say it, certain victory? We'll have to wait and see how it all pans out.
Great landing by Goran. It's always a point that we sit and we bite our nails because they sometimes can land very badly, do themselves some injury. Goran taking on the balance beams and he comes off. That's going to ease into his head start as Bailey now comes off the cargo net, making his way across the bridge. Goran starting and stopping at the balance beams. What's the problem here?
Well, I didn't want to give the game away, but I saw Goran in practice and the balance beams and the travelator were his nemesis. He really struggles on both of those two pieces of equipment. That's allowed Bailey to catch up to him, to come up to the balance beams. Will Goran make it up the travelator this time round? He's got focus and determination, but... and a little bit of pulling himself with the hands. That is Goran unbelievable. I tell you, in practice, Goran wasn't able to get up the travelator. That is an incredible performance from this contender.
Well done. Bailey, in the meantime, is looking very fatigued, but he takes on the travelator in fine style. Well done. Kick-ass Bailey.
Taking a look at the replay right now, Goran going straight up, looking up to the top. But it's at this point that he looks down and you can see flat on his face. Fortunately, he manages to keep himself there with his hands, drags himself over to the top of the travelator, and that is victory.
Good enough effort through the eliminator, I'd say, Bailey, and you realise that if Goran had slipped down the travelator but once, you would have won this one.
This is close, just bad luck. Had a good lead, and very well done, Goran.
Very well done to you two, Kick-Ass Bailey. He goes away with over 2,500 rands worth of gym equipment. Let's hear it for Bailey!
Well, Ursh, I tell you what, I want to get these guys together because... Sit down, Goran. Because it's the long and the short of it, right here at the Eliminator. And I tell you what, I have to shake your hand, my man. That was a fine effort. But Goran, I know that you've been practicing hard on the Travelator and not got it right. This was a crucial moment. You must be really pleased with yourself.
Yes, indeed. Before I say anything, I just want to say Bailey was an excellent contender. All good and all the best for the future. All the guys around is just magnificent. The atmosphere is fantastic. So I'm just pleased that I won as I said I would.
Give it up for Goran and Bailey! Well, taking it down to the wire every Friday night, that's what happens on MTN Gladiators. Make sure you join us again next week for more of the same and better.
A whole lot better. Count yourselves lucky that you were there to witness this elimination because it don't get much better. Well done, Marley. Well done, Goran. We'll see you again next week in that same seat. Good night.
Of course, Talita and Bailey go home with 2,500 rands worth of gym equipment from Care Concepts, the people who put fitness first.
And our winners tonight go into the next round of MTN Gladiators and stand in line to win themselves one of these master drifted double cabs. Good luck to Goran and Marley in the next round of MTN Gladiators. If you'd like to join us on the show as a contender, dial this number now, 083 910 9000.